Oh, hello there. It's me, Jared, from before. Welcome to Sportique Scooters. In today's video, we're going to discuss 4 of our top-selling scooters from Genuine Scooters, maybe even a 5th one. The Buddy 50, the Buddy 125, the Buddy 170, the infamous Buddy Kick 125, and perhaps the Genuine Hooligan 170. Let's begin. We'll start off with the Genuine Buddy 50. One of the coolest things about 50cc scooters in Colorado is that they register as a low-powered vehicle, meaning you don't need a motorcycle endorsement, nor do you need plates. For a 50cc to be legal on the road, you need a driver's license, you get insurance, and you get a low-power registration sticker. It's $5.35, and it's good for 3 years. The benefit and point of a 50 is that you can park a 50 anywhere you park a bicycle in the city of Denver. Pretty sweet, right? The Buddy 50 is a 2-stroke 50, meaning it has oil and gas mixture. You're not mixing the oil, it mixes the oil. Just know that the Buddy 50 is great for someone who's living and working in the city, someone who wants to park on the sidewalk wherever you park a bicycle, but doesn't want to have to get their endorsement nor get their plates. But they don't want to just go 30 miles an hour. A Buddy will get about 40 to 45 depending who's on it. I get about 40. No jokes. They are fast and fun for 2 people, but I wouldn't say they're fast and furious, just fun. The Buddy 125 is for those who want a wee bit more power than a Buddy 50cc. Sometimes people have a Buddy 50 for a while and they need to decide if they want to go a little bit faster, and that could mean putting a 70cc engine upgrade kit on their Buddy 50. Sometimes it means getting a whole new scooter, but that scooter does not need to be any physically bigger than the Buddy 50. The 125 and the 170 are physically the same size as the Buddy 50, so it makes it kind of cool. It's the tires, the engine, the brakes, and the suspension that's changed. Now, because it's over 50 cc's, you do need plates, and you technically need your motorcycle endorsement. That does not mean you have to go learn to ride a Harley. You can take your driving test on this scooter. It's pretty cool. The Buddy 125 is carbureted, has a kickstart as a backup, and has a top speed of about 55 to 60 plus miles an hour, depending who's on it. If you're a tiny little thing, or if you're a gorilla dude like me, sometimes that speed varies. The idea is if you need to get up and go faster on the roads, whether you do 60 miles an hour or not, the time it takes you to get to 30 miles an hour is a night and day difference. They're a lot of fun. There's a big difference between the Buddy 50 and the 125 as far as takeoff speed, climbing hills, riding with your girlfriend or your wife, or riding with your girlfriend and your wife. Legally can't do that, not because you can't have both, but because they don't fit. Everybody say hello to the Genuine Buddy 170. Buddy, say hello to everybody. The Buddy 170 is fuel injected. Jared, what does that mean? Well, it means that the fuel is directly injected into the engine. It doesn't have a carburetor, like the Buddy 50 and the Buddy 125. Jared, what does that mean? Come in and we'll talk about it later. Just know that the fuel efficiency on this is just a little better. It picks up and goes a whole lot faster. Also, if you live at high elevations or want to take off and do fun little foothills mountain rides, this scooter will drive the same at super high elevations. It's the same as it does if you're at super low elevations. This is the Genuine Buddy Kick 125. The Buddy Kick is its own scooter. In fact, sometimes the word Buddy confuses people when it comes to the Kick. Look at it as having nothing to do with the other 3, but an all-new beast. Right off the bat, this is also fuel injected. Remember from our conversation just a short while ago? It's also front and rear disc brakes. The Buddy 50, the Buddy 125, and the Buddy 170 have a front disc brake and a rear drum brake. This has extra stoppy power. The features on this bike are completely different. As far as where the gas tank is, how you fill it up, it's a little bit more comfortable if you have a passenger and their feet. This scooter has LED turn signals in the front and in the rear, which is really nice. You're seen really well. It also has a dual suspension in the back instead of a mono shock. You know what? The scooter's kind of like the Buddy, but also kind of like the Hooligan. But it's still just a 125. But the Hooligan, let me just show you. This is the Genuine Hooligan 170. It's like the handsome cousin of all the Buddy stuff. This bike is fuel injected as well. In fact, it has the same engine as the Buddy 170. It just has some different features that make it bigger and longer, and has 12-inch wheels instead of 10-inch wheels. It is also front and rear disc brakes. Remember from the conversation just from a little bit ago about the Buddy Kick? It's like that. This bike is great if you are 5'11" or a little taller and you want something that's a little more beefy, a little more stature than your typical classic cute little scooter, if that makes sense. For those of you who want a little bit more room for you and a passenger, this scooter is absolutely perfect. You don't have to move around. You have passenger foot pegs. Someone on the back has all the room in the world. I don't have to move around. It's still small in stature, but a little bit more robust. This scooter will also indicate around 65 to 70 miles an hour. Keep in mind, none of the scooters we're talking about are for the highway. Everyone thinks that when I talk about scooters that do 65, they're like, Jared, I would never get on I-25. Yeah, no heck, I didn't tell you to do that. The idea is that these scooters get up and go a lot more quickly. They're great if you have to jump on Santa Fe, but they're not for I-25, they're not for I-70. But for all the roads that get faster, where you need to pick up and go, or when you want to ride up into the mountains or the foothills, not by taking 6th, but by taking Golden Gate Canyon, Highway 93 for a little bit. These bikes will get up and let you adventure and get out of the city a little bit more without having to get a physically big scooter. Sometimes people don't want to do that, but you want to go adventure. Well, you can do that on all of these. It's pretty fun. Well, that's all that I have for now. Thanks for watching, and hopefully it answers some of the questions you might have had or might have about some of those different models of scooters that we carry. Next time I'll go over some of the other things that we have, perhaps like the genuine Roughhouse, which is also a 50cc. We'll get into that later. All right, keep on scooting and tooting. Bye.